Section 1, Video 6, Examples, Part 2. Let's look at some new examples here. And we're utilizing all the rules here, so it gets more and more interesting as we go. So here we have a monomial raised to a power, and then another monomial. Now we can't multiply the monomials together until we take care of this power. So let's distribute that power, and we get 3 squared z, and then here we have a power raised to a power, so we multiply in that case, which gives us -8. Then we have -5 z cubed. All these are being multiplied. Now I can't multiply the 3 and the -5 because 3 has a power with it. We have to take care of that first. So like PEMDAS, that's all we're doing here. So that would give us 9. And then we have, again, z to the -8. I'll write it this way. -5 z to the third. So now I can multiply the 9 and the -5 and get -45. I can take care of those like terms. They are the same base and they are being multiplied, so we add exponents and we get -5. Now that would be fine, except if they ask us to finish the answer with positive exponents. We notice that z to the -5, or z has a negative exponent, so that gets put below. We end up with -45 over z to the 5th. Next one here, we have a quotient raised to a power. So we're going to want to distribute that first. What that gives us is 3 to the third. Power raised to a power, we multiply, so y to the 6th. Again, power raised to a power, so y to the -12th. We have the rule that says we can subtract if the bases are the same. So these two can be subtracted if that's the method you want to use at this point. I can also do the 3 cubed, which is 27, so I'll do that. And then I would have y to the, I'm going to write this one out, 6 minus a -12. Well, that turns to plus. So we end up with 27 y to the 18th. The interesting thing about these questions is that you could choose your rules in any order you want. Most of the time it doesn't matter. And so you may have a different way of getting to this answer, which is fine, but just make sure that you are doing it accurately and carefully, because if you choose another method, another direction, and you get it wrong, or you use a step wrong, you're going to get the wrong answer. So recheck your steps to make sure you applied each rule properly. And always check your homework keys on these questions, because you might think you did it right, but there's lots of little places to make mistakes. So the next one, again we have a power, a monomial raised to a power, so let's take care of that. 3 squared, a to the 4th, because we're multiplying 2 times 2, and b to the -6th. On the bottom, it's as is. Alright, so now I can take 3 squared and get 9. Then we just can do some cleaning. The 9's cancel, and now we have a quotient of powers here, so we have a to the 4th, a to the -2. So we've used those rules. We have a to the 4 minus a -2. We have b to the, remember it's always the top exponent minus the bottom one, -6 minus 3, and on the bottom we still have c to the 4th. So again, minus negative turns into positive, and we end up with a to the 6th b to the negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9 over c to the fourth. And again, if they want the answer with positive exponents, the only term with a negative exponent is that one. So you put it down below, and we get a to the sixth over b to the ninth, c to the fourth. This ends section 1, video 6.